If you're curious what Chivalry 2 looks like when every single player in the lobby is a legend of the game, this video is going to be for you. What is going on, guys? It's Shawnee Salami, and we are going to be playing in the Equilibrium Meat Grinder in this one. This is the second video we've done of it. The first one you guys got a real kick out of seeing members of the community and hearing shoutouts. For people that maybe you haven't seen content of but run into a game a lot, get a rundown of them. So we're going to be doing that again while we try and hold our own in this Rudhelm game that was a banger. And when I say it was a banger, I don't mean for me personally. I didn't play too well in this one. The first video we did of this, I held my own. I was one of the top players on my team. But this one, this is more about the community aspect because I did not play too well on any of these games, really. We did decent, though, not bad by any means. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we try and hold our own in this insane Rudhelm game. We'll have our relaxing commentary along the way. One thing you're going to notice early on in this video is a vote kick war. This is 100% joking around with our friends. The Chivalry 2 community is close-knit, so we all know each other. I see Moran is on my team after MF Tiny Rick vote kicks me. You guys have seen him a lot. I'm going to vote kick Moran because he's always disrespecting Discord mods who are societal leaders and role models that we should all aspire to be. I mean, I'm honestly kind of a first responder by being a Discord mod, but we'll do Moran as our first shout-out despite that. He is a top Devastator Vanguard in the game. He uses all the weapons on Devastator, particularly the Maul is interesting when he uses that. I think he's one of the top players at using that. But he also uses different things like the Battle Axe, so definitely one of the top TO players you're going to see that can run Vanguard in the competitive lobby. I do not understand how I survived this. This might just be a Nitrado thing because Bald Female was a step ahead of me and somehow died and I didn't. This person with the Maul we're going to run up on here is Type Evil. He's more commonly known as Typer. His name's a little different right now. That's us getting a lucky kill on him right there. But Typer was the second player to ever hit level 1000. He used Xbox, and I can tell you a really quick funny story about him. He's since switched to PC, but the first year this game was out, he was the best player in the game. He was basically the boogeyman. And I wasn't involved in the community in any way yet because I was still not in any of the Discords, just kind of playing. But I would see him every single day I played. Me and my brother were still playing at the time, and we thought this guy was just some sweaty virgin that sat inside his house all day playing Chivalry 2 and was just a no-life. Then you talk to the guy, he is the coolest guy in the world, the nicest dude. So it goes to show, guys, if you picture 1Ks or some of the best players that's like just no-lives, it's really not the case. This is just the main game they play, and they've made a lot of friends, and that's why we have a lot of hours and continue to play. Most of us are pretty nice. I know there's a lot of ego stuff that does go on. That's just a fact, but most of the people that are still playing this game years into it are just here having fun. But regardless, Typer is always going to be the GOAT to me for that first year. I joke around it was the more physical era. Like how people talk about 90s basketball because it wasn't like now where we have all the Game Pass people or the people who join from PS Plus. So shout out Typer, the nicest guy. I usually don't hit him from behind. He doesn't hit me from behind, but you got to take the kills where you can get him in this EQ meat grinder. Harringstone is another community legend. He's going to kill me with the longsword here, which is a weapon I never see him use, but he's a jack-of-all-trades type player. He uses everything. And he is an amazing streamer. He's one of the top Chivalry 2 streamers. Check out his in the pinned comment. I'm going to put my Discord, The Unyielding, where you can play with a lot of us and me and a lot of the people you're seeing in this game. That'll be in the description today along with the channel memberships, but if you want to follow Harringstone on Twitch, I'll leave that one in the pinned comment, because the whole idea of these meat grinders is, when I record these for YouTube, is the community, so we'll put that there today. Just continuing to defend the Gatehouse now, you really got to stick with your team in these, and it's just very tough to win any kind of fights when you're outnumbered. The number one thing in these lobbies, like I always say when there's a sweatier lobby being played, is positioning. You do not want to get caught by yourself. 1vx's are almost as non-existent in these. You're not going to win them. Out of context, this is pretty hilarious. So check this out. Everybody is just waiting for them to capture the Gatehouse, because this is as sweaty as a lobby can possibly get, honestly. But the thing is, this is not a competitive event. This is for everyone to have fun. Rudhelm's the best map. We want to keep doing this, so we're just going to let them get it. If you're in a clan doing competitive events like I've done before with CK, then you're playing for the win. You're doing the objective. That's the goal. And this is about as sweaty as that, I would guess. But at the end of the day, this is just a community event for fun. So pretty funny to see out of context, like I said, though. Right here is Felinity Moon, also known as Luna. She's in Dominion. She's my teammate in the competitive clan that the Unyielding started, shy and bald female. And she's one of the top longsword players in the game, easily. The thing is, I don't think most players know about her because she plays late at night. But if you run into her or her worst half, Dev, you know that she's an absolute monster. We'll be getting to him later as we dance on Megan's corpse. This is just in good fun. You guys have seen her in videos before. We're good friends. As we take it forward spawn and go to the stop the siege ramps phase, this is Boomhower. Boomhower is my guy. He's one of the coolest people in the Unyielding. Again, check that out in the description. He's closing in on level 1000. He's a really cool guy who plays Ambusher and Heavy Mace, which are like two polar opposites, but it's pretty funny to see that. He was also helping me with the wasp infestation in my apartment, giving me advice on that. So he's a man's man. Unlike me, I cower in fear of wasps, so it's not been a great thing that I've been dealing with right now. So if you want a Shawnee lore update, that's going on in my apartment right now. Not great. As we die to Demolem, he's the person I am most excited to shout out because Dude, Dem is a player that's gotten into the community recently, and he plays up to his competition. At all of these meat grinders, I've seen him just play up to the competition and be near the top of the board, which is crazy because usually he's just pub stomping. So to see him play so well against top players, they even shot him a message. He's probably going to start getting recruited for some of these clans if he keeps doing this. So it's always cool to see your friends improve like that. He's someone that started out as a viewer with me, and now he's in the Discord, and definitely a good guy that I've become friends with. Always love playing with Dem alone. You guys have seen Tiny Rick before, one of the most mediocre and average players in the game. We don't need to shout him out more than that. Trash player, honestly, in a lobby like this. He sucks, worthless, disgraceful. Now, again, I did not play my best in this meat grinder. I struggled a bit, quite honestly. So I'm going to be taking out the heavy mace now instead of the messer. It's time I try and switch something up, try and get it together. And it's just not working. So we're going to get another quick death at the hands of bald female there. I accidentally hit RB on my controller when I'm turned around here, so that was dumb. Gonna emote sorry at UFO now. So that is UFO. He's under the name Wookie right now. He's, in my mind, the top 3 player, along with Tiny Rick and Four Eyes Nerd Virgin, who's in here. What's interesting about UFO is he uses a lot of different weapons. Like, he could use almost anything and dominate. I mean, so can a lot of these guys. But I'm saying, like, put up 100 kills and barely die. So I would consider him, like, a top 3 player along with those two. And I'll give a quick disclaimer because I know that this is a community thing, so a lot of people are probably going to be watching that don't typically do. My audience is casual TO players. I'm not giving the disclaimer every single time I say that these people are top 3 players that, oh, but not comp. I do not care. I know that comp is a whole different game. I know most people probably think Four Eyes is the best at that as well. I'm just talking to my audience. I get so irritated when you guys are, not anyone specific, but like the comments are like, but what about the competitive scene? That's a whole different thing. Anyway, that's just a rant I like to go on. I'm not, just once in a while I gotta point that out because if I don't, I'll get comments saying like, what about Sun God? What about Loma? And it's so fucking annoying. Just a little bit of a rant there, and I just killed another wasp, so that's why I'm going on this rant. Really sick of these wasps. We're lucky enough to get a forward spawn even though we're surrounded. That was very clutch of the game to give me that one. Now it's time to take the courtyard, or defend the courtyard rather. Closing in on the end of this game now. This is Big Brain Boy. He's the GOAT. This is one of my closest friends I've made through Chivalry 2, even though he doesn't play this anymore. While I was editing this, he actually gifted me Helldivers too. So like I said, I've had friendships in this game that I'll have like long past this game's life cycle, and it's been so cool to get to know people like him. Even though he sends me the most brain-rotted memes you'll ever see on Instagram. Like, it's actually insane. But yeah, he's kind of a legend in the community because he's a mod and tried his Discord. He fits right in there because he's a fucking idiot. But as a player, not much to go off of, just being honest. K-Money is one of the best Messer players or Battle Axe players you'll see. He's a channel member, by the way, because he's the goated player, and he's someone that hasn't been level 1,000 very long, I think just a few months, but he's better than almost any of them. He's a monster. He's in CK, one of their members. And like I said, he's a channel member, so if you want to support him with a channel membership, that's in the description. I'll shout those people out now real quick. I like to do that every few videos. Llama, K-Money, Smile Kitchen, Big Bro, CK Buher, Kronos, Massive Eggplant, and Logic Bomb. I love every single one of my viewers. I reply to the comments, every single comment you guys give me, every single Xbox message, because it never gets old seeing you guys in game and all that. I'm so appreciative, but special thanks to them for supporting me for the Shawnee PC Fund. So, like I said, that's in the description. So just 2 minutes to go. We're holding this the best we can. Gonna really come down to it here. We're defending so well. The defense really was just overmatching the attack for a little bit here. So let's see if we can hold this. So during the respawn, we are able to hold them. Here's a quick shot of the scoreboard. Again, I struggled in this one. I definitely have more to give in this. Like other meat grinders or other community nights, I've done pretty well. And if you want to check out one of those, the last meat grinder where I did do very well, it's on the screen now. Love you guys. See you in the next one.